Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome. Appreciate everybody being here. Start the week out right. Well, I don't know. I didn't sleep. I was even with BC this morning. Didn't sleep at all. And Joe, I'm not even sure. I can't reach him again. He last I had contact with him was close to 4 a.m. this morning. And yeah. So we're gonna see if he pops in here. I don't have any idea, but I appreciate everybody from Piper Academy coming here. Happy Monday to all of you. And even as tired as I am, because of course I was promptly exhausted right around 8 o'clock this morning. And yeah, here I am anyway, hence the dark circles under the eyes. But we're going to start the week off. You know the drill. Smash up that like button. Appreciate everybody being here. BC Pork Corp in the house. Appreciate you as always. Automatic Beats. Yes. Appreciate that. Uncle Jesse in the house. Appreciate you. Dylan. Always. Yes. What's that? Is Joe being? Yeah, honestly, I don't know what's up with Joe. I don't think he's either not hearing his alarm or he is definitely overextending on either end. Dave Digital, appreciate you being here, Dave. Thank you, sir, very much. And let's see, what am I glitching? Seriously? Yeah, hashtag Joe needs sleep. Right now it's hashtag CCM needs some sleep. Just saying. But yes, Joe, hashtag Joe needs sleep. Yes. All right. Well, hopefully I am not glitching too badly to get this show done, especially without Joe being here to kind of back me up. Get this man Starlink. Yeah. Oh my God. Seriously, am I that bad? Oh man. All right. Hey, have a good workout. Get swole, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yes, Dave Digital getting yoked. Exactly. Okay, let's kick it off for what I've got going here. And usually, what we do here on a Monday is we start off with a little bit of Bitcoin news. Head on over to the Fear and Greed Index. Let Joe check the charts, and who knows, he may show up, be able to do that. Then we head into the debt, the Doge, and then into everything else, which we got. We're going to talk the Genius Act. A little bit about Australia. We're going to talk about the Clarity Act and the Anti-CBDC Act and a couple of other things. So let's get the automatic beats. I missed that. There it is right there, folks. Right there. Soul to the moon. Soul is pumping right now. I'll give you that. But let's start off with this. Basically, a recent interview with Michael Saylor, who, by the way, Strategy just purchased a whole crap ton more Bitcoin today. And here he is basically saying, in a nutshell, like, yeah, you know what? Pretty soon, there ain't going to be any Bitcoin available for you. So get up off your butt, basically, and buy some now. But it's about 40 seconds long. It's not long at all. I'm going to let you listen to this quick excerpt right here.
I think we're in a digital gold rush, and you've got 10 years to acquire all your Bitcoin before there's no Bitcoin left for you. The competition is a virtuous competition. Metaplan is the hottest company in Japan right now. They went from 10 million to $1 billion market cap to a $5 billion market cap. They're going to raise billions of dollars. They're going to pull the liquidity out of the Japanese market. So they'll be raising capital in Tokyo and the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Obviously, none of the rest of us are trading or selling equity in the Tokyo Stock Exchange. So it's not competitive. It's cooperative. I think we're in a digital gold rush, and you've got 10.
Sorry. There you go. Basically, you just heard it there. What is going on? I have got serious technical difficulties going this morning. Matter of fact, initially, it started out when I went to go live about Piper Academy. I was like, man, did he send those gremlins in through the lines here and gonna mess me all up? But then all of a sudden, StreamYard started working. So winner, chicken dinner. Okay, listen, I came across this It's about a minute long. Basically an ad / commercial, whatever, with talking about invest in Bitcoin instead of real estate. And oh wait, there's Joe. Joe is in the chat saying just got back. We'll be backstage in a few minutes. Well, perfect. We're gonna keep going, Joe. Appreciate that. And Joe needs sleep. Anyway, so I saw this and I was like, listen, this is hilarious. Was in tears because he missed me so much. Yes, I did miss you, username. I appreciate the fact that you are back and all is well. Honestly, we're kind of a little worried about you there, but appreciate you being back and here with me today. All right, so let me play this. Like I said, about a minute long. I think you'll find this hilarious. I really do. I did. It was a good laugh.
If you had to choose Bitcoin or real estate?
Real estate, obviously. I like things I can touch.
Tenants just moved in. Time to let the cash flow begin.
I haven't heard from the tenants in a while. Just checking in. I'm sure everything's fine. Probably just not home.
You said Friday. It's Monday. I've got bills to pay.
Being a landlord builds character. Evicted them. Took 3 months. Now 12 grand in repairs and 0 rent the whole time.
I could have just bought Bitcoin and slept peacefully.
So there you go. I thought that was hilarious because you always hear put your money in the hard assets like real estate, and so there it is. If that's what you're looking to do, I thought that was hilarious. That's why I made that guy the centerpiece of the thumbnail for today. I thought it was perfect. All right, let's keep going here. I got one more piece of Bitcoin news, and then we'll take a look at the fear and greed, and then I'll just kind of keep going with things until Joe is all set up, because unfortunately, every time he comes to do this stream, the poor guy has to reset his computer. So yeah, there it is. But here, students in El Salvador set up a Bitcoin node in their classroom. Now, I'm letting this go a little bit here so you can see it, but I'm not going to turn up the volume because honestly, the music they're playing in the back is just super annoying, in my opinion, of course. Maybe it's just because I'm old. Go ahead, username. There's your opening. Go ahead, slam dunk. Anyway, but I love what BC said. I just figured username was in jail. Oh shit. Only here. I love it. I love it. And maybe he was. He doesn't have to tell us. It's all good. Joe just needs a real computer. Ouch. Dang. I think what is, I think I just bought a free lunch. Amount due $0. Okay, well, there you go. There it is. Gun DG in the house. Welcome. Appreciate you being here, Sonny. Thank you. Anyway, so there you go. El Salvador, they're setting up nodes, Bitcoin nodes in the high schools. In this, in the United States, they're not doing anything like that. They're busy just trying to get their kids to speak English. But, let's not get me going about our public school system, because then we'll really be down a road. Melissa is in the house. I appreciate you being here, Melissa. Thank you. I can make you some. Oh boy, here we go. And appreciate everybody in the live chat. Thank you very much. Joe is on the way. I don't know if you saw that. I guess he just got back, and obviously, like I said, every time he comes to join me, he's got to set that computer up in order to come into StreamYard here and give you guys some market info, and then reset it again before he goes live on his own stream at noon, which if he has it set up, we will be going and redirecting you directly over there shortly. We're going to look at the fear and greed. Like I said, once Joe gets here, we'll let him talk Bitcoin. We're going to do the debt, the Doge as usual. talk a little bit about Australia letting people use crypto for their mortgages. We're going to talk about the Genius Act, the upcoming bills that have gone back to the crypto bills that have gone back to the Senate, and a few other things that I'm hoping will be of interest to you. If you haven't already done it, you know the drill. Smash up that like button. Appreciate that. And thank you, Melissa. I love Melissa. She's awesome. Nothing but good vibes from this lady. Wishing everyone a wonderful week. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's take a look at the fear and greed. If I can find the right button, we'll take a look at the fear and greed. And there it is. Okay. For those coming from Piper Academy, he was already talking about this during his stream. Fear and greed at around 71. So just prior to extreme greed. So there's that. Get more. Yeah. Oh my God. I love username. And yeah, username. Of course I did. There's more and more every single day. Yes, good vibes only, Jesse. Exactly. Good vibes only. So here we are, 71. We're in greed. And Bitcoin holding strong. We see Ethereum is pumping. A lot of others are pumping. A lot of other altcoins are pumping. We've seen some serious inflows with regard to the Ethereum ETF. Lots of good stuff on that neck of the woods. But we shall see about that. Lots of searches increasing for Bitcoin. If you look up Google Trends, how to buy Bitcoin is now starting to trend. Altcoins also starting to trend. So we'll see if that means that retail is here and they are looking to start dropping some money. The problem with that is, of course, the minute that they start losing some money, you know what's going to happen. It's going to be, get out of here. Crypto's a scam. Oh my God, I lost my shirt. Anyway, what? Oh my God! Thank you. There it is. I love it, BC. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh man, BC. People asking about XRP. XRP on fire. Obviously, just hit a new all-time high. I mean, hey, is what it is. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, there it is. Username, who's counting? Yeah, you tell them, Sonny. All right. So I'm just going to keep going. Again, when Joe chimes in, even if it's in the middle of the other news, we'll let him go over the Bitcoin chart real quick. That way you guys can at least get that briefly in case you don't make it over to his stream right after we are done here. So the next on the docket is the debt and the Doge. So basically every week on Monday, what we do. Oh, wait, is that Joe I hear coming in the background? There he is.
Perfect timing.
It's like the Johnny Carson show. How's it going, brother?
Going good. I just got back. I didn't think my ride was going to make it, but I just got back. Now, for those of you who are wondering where I was at, I was in Snoozeville, and oh my gosh, it was so good. However, I didn't go to bed till like 7 in the morning, so didn't really work.
There you go.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, hey, you're here. As soon as you got your chart ready, Joe, I'll bring it up, and then we can jump right on in there.
Yeah,
So,
for Bitcoin, I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, wait, you are ready? Yeah. Okay.
I got to.
All right, excellent.
So let me go ahead and screen.
Was that the Johnny Carson show? Yes, that's yes.
I actually love the Johnny Carson show. So let me go ahead and do this.
I was gonna say I don't see it.
Yeah, it's coming up in a few seconds. Share screen, window. Here we go.
There we go. Now I see it popping in there. All right, here we go. Boom, there it is.
All right, so Bitcoin did a number on us last night. Oh my gosh. Yesterday, of course, on my channel, on my stream, where I'm rarely late because, well, it's later. But so on Bitcoin, 15-minute time frame, of course, we had these trend lines here. We have a bunch of stuff going on, but just kind of briefly talk about it. We had our trend lines here. Bitcoin was right here looking like it wanted to bounce. Again, 15-minute time frame. Let's go and just zoom in a little bit more. And price came down here and it wicked. Nice wick. And here it produced another wick right to this trend line. Then it did another wick, but just barely broke below it, touching our point of control. So this, to me, at this moment, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other traders, unless they have groups, if they have groups, well, then they knew what was going to happen, and that's why you need to join the group. Yeah. So here, it's looking like it's going to bounce. It's looking like it's going to bounce. We had this wick here. We have buying pressure, and then it rolls over. Now, when it rolled over, it didn't give us a chance to respond, as far as like maybe bouncing here, coming up to here, then losing the level, then trying again, and then breaking the level. That would have been nice for the market makers to do. Something like this, where it rolls over, and let me make this a little bit thicker. And then it comes up, does this number, and gives us, okay, because here we're breaking this level, let's go ahead and short, which would be aggressive. Once you do the bearish retest here, then that's good. But looking at this, what ended up happening, came down to our value area low. This is our value area low. Came down here just to tap it, and then started coming up. And then once again, double tap it again, came up. Then one last tap, and this time it actually on the value area low before it got sent off. Now, I actually entered the long, I believe right here. I got out here because I thought we were going to come down, but I'll tell about more of that story on my channel. But we ended up getting rejected. So this is why it's really important to have these trend lines. Now, the higher the time frame, the better it is. But you can see how well they get respected as well on the smaller time frame. We came up here, rejection and support, and then finally it squeezed out, bounced right on this trend line, came up to this, and this is when I updated the group. This is like at 3 in the morning. I was like, I'm thinking that we're going to come down only because we've gone up. We went up quite a bit, but especially here, as we went up, update the group saying, all right, I think we're going to go back up, just because right now we have FOMO. We're really close to all-time highs. And sure enough, we came down, did not bounce here. We started bouncing on the 0.5 level, but continued coming down. Now, when we started coming down, when we lose the 618, I call this the danger zone. And just means that it could take 100% of the initial move. And what did it do? Sure enough, 786 looked like it's going to bounce, but we need to break this level. This is why I trade level by level. Rolled over, broke this level. This is the confirmation. So the way I trade is basically level by level, use market structure, and that's pretty much, the levels. And once we lose this level, well, there's a pretty good chance we're going to continue going down until we break a level to the upside. Like my teaching is literally that. I don't want to say easy, but not difficult. Less difficult. You have everybody else, doing a whole bunch of 10,001 things. It's like, no, if it breaks this level, there's a good chance it's going to keep on going down until it breaks this level to the top. And there's no way the price can go up without breaking this level. There's no way the price can go down without breaking this level. So that's the simplicity of, my style. Then, of course, came down here back into this area, our zone that we were looking for a bounce. And then here it looked like it was going to go. And here we would not have shorted. It's really easy to say this after the fact. Really easy. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a double bottom. It's a no. We're not like here. Could we have? I mean, it's high risk. We want to wait till it close. And then because of this drop, maybe another candle or two before we enter a short. But we have this point of control that more than likely is going to be support as well. So we would just kind of wait. And then now it breaks this level. Good. What do? We go long. And then now came up, come down, bouncing. So now, the real trick is, what do I think is going to happen now? Because that's what we want to know. How can we make money? Well, what I think is going to happen is we're going to come up to possibly here. We'll say to here. before coming down to maybe here and then continuing up. Right now, the market makers are having a field day with us because they know that we're looking at, hey, we're really close to all-time highs, and the all-time high, if we kind of just back up a little bit, let's go to a 4-hour time frame. The all-time high is not too far away. Right now, we're at 119. The all-time high, according to Binance, was about 123. So not too far. And what we need to do so what I was showing you was the shorter term levels. For the macro, the bigger picture, in order for us to remain bullish to where we're gonna hopefully go to all-time high, well, the first level is right here, 120. Here's our candle body closes. This is our level. And this, you can say this is a liquidity zone or selling pressure zone or whatever you want to call it. There's so many different sayings for the exact same thing. But this is our zone, 121 to 120, that we need to break above, find support on in order to go up. So that's the level I'm looking at right now. We're really close, $1,000 away. Hopefully we do it, bigger picture. It's not looking weak, the macro. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'll still be interested to see because, like most things, can't keep going up all the time, right?
Say it again.
I said I'll be interested to see how it goes because can't keep going up all the time. But you're right, we're close.
Yeah, in order for us to go down, and for me to be bearish and like definitely open shorts. Right now, we're not in any shorts. Could you be in shorts and make money? Yes, of course. But the very first level I would need. So there's step 1, step 2, and then step 3 is like, all right, we're good. Step 1, we need to break 117.2. In order for me to start thinking, okay, it's time to come down and reset, breathe. So 117.2 is our first level. And then the next level is 116.3. And then once we break that, then we're looking for a bearish retest to where it comes up and then taps this same level about and then come down. And then once it breaks that pivot, let me just draw this. Once it breaks the pivot, like say it does something like that. Once it breaks this pivot, we're golden for shorts until we break a high.
Right.
So. But yeah, that's my thought process. And it works the same way for the top. First we need to break this, then we need to break this. Then, our goal is to break this. And right now we can see we're in this nice little range. And that's how I got my point of control, value area highs, all that fun stuff.
Yep. And guys, if you want to go into greater detail, Joe loves questions, and we're going to be going over to his live stream as soon as we're done here. So, just sit tight if you're on YouTube, and we're going to forward you over once I get that set up. And then if you are on X, you're going to have to go and find them. Got a few people on X. Appreciate everybody being here on X. And we're going to just keep going along right now as Joe gets that set up. And then I'll let you know once we're good to go. Basically, we are going to look at the debt and the Doge. I was just about to do that before you got into the back end there, Joe. So that was good timing. That way you're here for that. And we're going to be looking at, like I said, at the Genius Act, the other legislation going through Congress still that is crypto related. As I put in the title of this, Crypto Week ends with a bang, because basically lots of good news came out of Congress with regard to cryptocurrency, or positive news. I don't know about necessarily all good news, but that's a whole nother story for another time. All right, let's get to the debt and the Doge. And when Joe and I were live last week, so I tried to take a look at when we were live last week, where were we at and where are we now? So when Joe and I were live last week, here's where we were: 37,102 billion in debt. Yeah, just the pittance. Yeah, pittance. And the Doge clock, which has slowed down significantly, was at 555 billion in savings. And here we go. Here is the current clock as we speak. So you can see the debt is still, even despite the big, beautiful bill, which is supposed to increase the spending pretty consistently in that $29 to $30 billion a week mark. Again, just the pittance, right? But if you understand video number 4 in the Hidden Secrets of Money, you know that that number is never going to go back down. All right. Anyway, 37,131 billion. And Doge still ticking up a little bit, as you can see right there, up about $11 billion at 564 billion. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I don't mind seeing more and more savings kicking on through. Thank you to what Doge did beforehand, before that he basically bailed. And I don't blame him for bailing. As a matter of fact, like, my plan is to do a members only live stream. Hopefully this week. We'll see how it goes. My schedule is a little bit tight this week, but we're going to try and do a members only live stream. And honestly, that is going to be the topic, and get everybody's opines about that. So we'll talk more about that, hopefully, like I said, on the members only stream. In the meantime, let's get into some of the news. We've talked about this here in the US, and now we can see that in Australia, it says Bitcoin holders here, but basically crypto holders can now use their digital assets for collateral for mortgages. So huge news. I mean, it seems to be the trend that many countries are following. Now, here in the US, it was basically like Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. Those guys were basically directed to figure out a way. Is it feasible? Can we do it where digital assets can be used as part of the mortgage process? So that's underway. Nothing hard and fast yet. Techman is in the house. Techman, appreciate it. And we had other people jump in too. I probably forgot to shout out Steve Hickey, meet Damien, maybe somebody else. And if I didn't shout you out, I apologize. But appreciate you being here as always. Don't forget to smash up that like button. You know the drill. All right, let's keep going with this stuff. Speaking of, crypto week ending with a bang, here we go. Trump signed the Genius Act, which was forwarded to him after passage in the House. And he thanked a bunch of people for doing it. And right here is the nice picture that he usually does when he's doing all these signings and executive orders and all that other good stuff. And again, I have mixed feelings with regard to the Genius Act. I am not completely happy with the wording, and let's go through the breakdown of this. I've done this before. Matter of fact, Joe and I did this before when a few weeks ago when it was heading into or just passed by the Senate. So basically right here, it breaks down, and you know what? I'm going to put this link in the chat because I don't think I actually got it into the description. Normally I'm pretty good about that, guys, but I had to go look this one up, so I'd had it for today. So, what? CCM is never happy. Oh, that answers fights. Listen, but I'm always happy, or more happy than I probably should be, given a bunch of circumstances, but that's a whole another show. But anyway, I just don't like people trying to steal my money. It's that simple. I don't like people trying to tell me what I can do with my money. And I see that as what's going to happen eventually with this Genius Act. I mean, right now, yes, we have a relatively friendly administration with regard to cryptocurrency, but ain't always going to be that way, right? Look what we just came out of. So anyway, so basically who is permitted, as basically the government's going to decide who is going to be have the ability to be an issuer, and they're going to have obvious requirements. Again, makes sense, those kind of requirements. A couple of things that concern me: rehypothecation, because again, they're talking about reserves. How is it going to be backed? It's basically cash deposits, treasuries, that kind of thing, which makes 100% sense. That's why they're so excited about getting, or partially why they're so excited about getting this thing in place and going, because they need somebody to suck up all the treasuries, because nobody wants our debt. Gee, I wonder why. Anyway, and it says rehypothecation is generally banned. Well, why wouldn't it be banned, period? That to me means they're leaving the door open for shenanigans of one way, shape, or form. My opinion, what do I know? Anyway, the licensing, federal licensing supersedes state requirements. Not happy about that. States should be able to do their own thing, much like we see, for example, with regard to marijuana here in the United States. States make it legal, even though still federally it's an illegal thing to do, right? It's illegal to possess, illegal to use, yada, 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 which is why these state shops, marijuana shops, can't use the federal banking system. Anyway, so whatever the Fed says basically supersedes the states, according to this. OCC chartered issuers are exempt from state, which is basically the state issuing of licenses. But they wrote in here, states can license issuers if they have, and check the wording here, substantial similarity to the federal requirements and under 10 billion outstanding. I think that this is going to be just, well, we're going to do it anyway, so just give the rubber stamp and go from there. And the states that are much more, what's the word I want? Controlled, how about that? Will have much greater difficulty doing any kind of state licensure. I mean, we just had Wyoming do this whole fandango with stable coins, right? Whole fandango. So, and this may all be undone depending on how it ends up playing out with regard to the federal requirements from the OCC, which is the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Now, custody and this AML, and then I'm going to end my rant about this. Private keys must be held by an FDIC or NCUA, which is for credit unions, bank, an OCC chartered trust bank, or other federally supervised custodian. So again, and in a minute, you're going to see how the Banking Association is actually pushing back against this whole stablecoin thing and banks getting involved in crypto. But we'll talk about that in a second. I'm trying not to jump the gun. And right here, issuers and custodians must be able to freeze tokens on lawful orders. Treasury may not block non-compliant foreign stablecoins. Or, excuse me, may block foreign non-compliant stablecoins. So that's meant for what? USDT, right? They don't like USDT. They want USDC, let's be honest. And in order to make that happen, here it is. They're going to go and, push what they got to push. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that because I think it makes sense to put that in here, right here. Here we go. Let me bring this up now. So the Banking Association, right here, pushing back on banking charters for Ripple and Circle. Now, you remember Joe and I talked about this, 2 weeks ago now, I think, where Ripple and Circle trying to get banking charters here in the United States. And to what end? Because they're not stupid. They know that this is going to be the easiest way for their rails to be greased and move what they want to move and be able to get stuff like Ripple in there and USDC to be the preeminent stable coin here in the United States. But like I said, the American Bankers Association is basically fighting back and has urged the OCC to halt licenses as they say it's a fundamental departure from policy. Now, if you recall from, I guess, I don't know, way back in the beginning of 2024, right here, we had the Banking Association coming to the aid of Senator Elizabeth Warren writing her what was, and I think still is, her latest anti-crypto bill, and they wrote the whole damn thing for her. So the fact that they're sitting here doing this right now kind of only makes sense to me, in my opinion. Yes, you're right. I am coming dangerously close to crypto on the rock. I'm a little bit I'm a little bit fired up about this. I just see the handwriting on the wall, which is why it's like people. It makes me do what I do, because people need to understand our current financial system. They need to learn what it's doing to them, how it's doing it to them, and how the hell they can get out of it. And okay, I better stop there, because I will go crypto on the rocks here in a minute. Joe, save me from myself. Go ahead. What do you think about all that info I just threw out there, man?
Oh no, I'm right there with you, and at this point, it's more crypto on the rocks type thing, so I can vent. Whenever I think about this stuff, and it's easier to kind of know about it. Most people don't know about it, but kind of know about it, but just put it in the back, and it's like, well, I'm focusing on this. But when it's right in your face, like, this is what's going on, this is how they're doing us wrong, this is how we can never get ahead. It's very frustrating. It's like seeing somebody doing something awful to your loved one, and you can't do nothing about it. You know, and I mean, if you do, there's so many different steps you got to go to, you know, try to, and that's why I love crypto, because crypto, I mean, literally is the key to the chains that are put on us. So,
yeah,
but I get very frustrated. I get very angry, and just like, how can they do this to us? But that's another story.
You try to explain, and it's funny because, you know, I find myself having these kind of conversations more and more with people, and not a little bit about crypto, because now crypto is becoming mainstream. So they hear about it even on mainstream media. If they follow the government, they hear about it because of Trump, and so on and so forth, right? And even Trump just added $2 billion in Bitcoin to the Trump media treasury. That was a Today thing, I believe. I don't think I have that queued up here, but so, you know, the news is out there with regard to crypto. And for those who are generationally challenged, like myself, you know, and you're following gold here, you know what, I'm going to bring it up now, because I was going to bring it up at the end, because usually I save gold to the end. But gold, I mean, the price of gold is just going absolutely bonkers. It's going up. I logged in to my Kinesis account yesterday. I hold gold and silver in Kinesis, and it's funny, gold is up. My gold from where I purchased it is up. Looks great. My silver's down a little bit, ironically, which kind of surprised me, given all the hype about the price action in silver. Any thoughts about the price action in gold? I know that's not normally your forte, Joe, but I'm sure you probably
I've been waiting for it to come down, but due to the current economy, due to the current stance on where we are as far as like conflicts and everything else, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, if you get a pullback, you're lucky. And if you want some of this gold and silver, the link is in the description. Kinesis all the way. Very easy way to get gold and silver. Add it to your portfolio, not just Bitcoin, but get Kinesis as well. Get that gold and silver. But that's my thoughts.
Yep. No, I agree. That should definitely be, if you're diversifying, diversify within crypto, obviously. But make sure Bitcoin is part of that diversification, and probably the biggest part of that diversification. But you should probably also, go ahead and diversify outside of that. If you go to my website, plenty of articles that kind of break that all down, so you can to help you understand that. But again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Old guy on the interwebs, and to the old guy thing, exactly. CCN's the guy that would say back in my day. Yes, and I may or may not.
I started saying that already.
Yep. I think I've done it a time or 2 or 10. Anyway. And Kevin, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Oh man. All right, let's we're jumping all over the place today,
We're
Joe.
gonna derail just a little bit in reference
Yeah.
to back in my day. I'm sure everybody's seen it already, but there's a girl sitting at the table and she's like, "Mom, you didn't charge my phone," and like she's getting mad at her mom and calling her names or whatever. And then she kind of wakes up and it's the grandma. It's like, "Oh no, honey, that's the last time you'll be doing that." But it's so true. Like back in my day, oh my gosh, man, you don't raise your voice to your parents. You don't, you're back home when the lights come on from the outside, the street lights. Like there were certain things that we did and we knew. And if we knew that we didn't do that, man, like there was no child abuse or nothing like that. You never acted up in the store. Man, if you did, you got pinched. Like, and people would see it too. And they're like, "Ooh, he's acting up." Instead of, "Oh, let me call it and let me report him." Yeah, back in my day, man.
Yep. No, I'm with you. And it's funny. I say that all the time. And I know you do. And even Crypto Billy said it on one of my educational series. We're talking about personal finances. And he said the same. I talk back to my mother, and next thing I know, I'm getting a slap across the mouth.
Yeah.
Facts, man. Facts.
No rolling eyes, no nothing. True, man.
Yeah, no. There was no warning. It was just.
Yep.
Yeah. And when you woke up, yeah, exactly. And Buck is in the house. Buck, appreciate you being here. Buck will be with myself, BC Port Corp, and Crypto Bedell tonight on Huddle Line at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you're here for that. And yes, I did say interwebs. I also use my Wayback Machine. All right, guys, what's that from? Come on now. Let's see how old you guys really are. Using my Wayback Machine. All right. Anyway, so listen, I know we've been jumping around here a little bit. I appreciate your patience and understanding as Joe and I kind of sometimes get a little off track.
I love it.
Yeah, no, it is good. It is good. It makes things flow, and I appreciate everybody jumping in the chat and adding to that. So thank you very much. But I want to just zip back. As I mentioned, it wasn't just the Genius Act was signed into law, but there were two other bills that actually got sent back to the Senate from the House after passage in the House. And one of them, and I wanted to highlight this, is the Clarity Act, which is basically supposed to give the framework for where the CFTC starts taking regulations, where the SEC takes over regulations, et cetera, et cetera. And in that, it breaks down like what a mature, I'm using my air quotes there again. I know you can't really see me, I'm small there. But what a mature blockchain would look like. So someone took the time to run this through an AI for analysis. And according to this, likely mature, there are only 3. So according to this, likely mature blockchains include Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, which I'm not gonna lie, Cardano kind of surprised me, not because of anything other, bad about Cardano, but it's still, what's the word I want? Very much a work in progress with a lot of things. So yes, while it is decentralized, I don't know, it's not quite there yet. So again, I was a bit surprised with that one for that reason. Others not mature right here. It says our BNB, which quite frankly surprised me. I mean, I get why they're saying it wasn't decentralized enough. XRP, well, of course it's not decentralized. Solana just sucks. Sorry. I know Automatic Beats is probably going to chime in now. But anyway, and Doge, which again, another one that kind of surprises me a little bit if you want the truth. And yeah, Dave Digital, you're right, man. That is a huge win for Cardano. And again, like I said, nothing against Cardano at all. And again, hold it, stake it, the whole nine. But I don't know. It's still very much a work in progress. And what's he saying about this interview? If you haven't seen the interview with Sean Ryan did with I did not catch the whole thing, but yes, what I saw of it, yes, I agree. I think Cardano Yeah, game changer. Yeah, I think that it's going to be a player as this entire space matures and goes forward. I think it's going to be a definite number one blockchain with regard to the space. Joe, anything you want to add with regard to Cardano? I know you
No,
a lot of Cardano fans that ask you about it all the time.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, Cardano, in my opinion, is just so incredibly slow as far as like the progression of what you know
development.
Development. There you go. And but Charles, man, this dude is on it. Like that's the only reason I like it is because of Charles. He's on X Spaces like all the time. He does a lot of legwork, like a lot. You cannot go anywhere and not know Charles because this guy is everywhere. So, and for that, I mean, you need community to drive your coin, and the dude is killing it when it comes to that. So, and of course, they're now finally starting to do more things. So, I think they got a great opportunity to pick some up. Not financial advice, but I think it'll be great.
Never financial advice, and you know what I thought was interesting, totally off topic, slightly off topic, was I couldn't believe that Charles is like almost 20 years younger than me. I'm just saying. That guy looks like he should be at least as old as I am. Just saying. Talk about like having it rough.
Either he has a lot of kids or he is pretty much married to his project because, you know, all that, you know, work and sleepless hours and just stressing, you know, getting things right. It'll get you gray real quick.
Yeah. Facts, man. Facts. What did Dave Digital say? I hated Ada secretly. It's my second fave now. Well, there you go. I've always liked Cardano from the beginning. I bought it way back in, you know, when it was like a sub 20 cents, I think. And not all of my Cardano, by the way, but you know, I got a bag that's that sub price, and you know, is what it is, man. Is what it is. I'm not selling it. I ain't getting rid of it. That's, you know, me, DCA and HODL, man.
It was so funny last season. You know, they're talking about Cardano. It's going to go up to X price, whatever. And, you know, so I bought a good chunk of it and I held it for like 6 weeks. Now, this is a time where everything's kind of moving a week, maybe 2 weeks. And this one did nothing. It was kind of like XRP. Nothing.
Yeah, remember that stretch?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then it went down. Then it came back up to break even. Then a little bit in profit. I said, man, I've been 6 weeks in this. You know, forget it. So I sold it, got into something else. As soon as I sold it, you already know the story. Boom, it had a pump. It's like, come on. But that was the moment that I didn't like Cardano. But then I liked it again. So,
there you go. And yeah, you're right, Dave. He does have several businesses that would suck the life out of you, I suppose. That is true. But you know, it really sucked the life out of him. That's all I'm saying. But that's coming from the old guy. Anyway, all right. So let's finish this up, and then we got about 10 minutes. We're going to head over to Joe's stream. And again, if you're on YouTube, you're just going to be forwarded over. If you're on X, appreciate you being here from X, by the way. But you're going to have to go find him streaming on X because he does stream on X, as well as a few other places. Joe, where you still doing? Where are you doing now? I know you got a few places.
Oh yeah, so I'm mainly X and YouTube, and then I also do Twitch. But in reference to the you know, Charles looking older than you, or by being 20 years younger, my brother, he's 2.5 years younger than myself, but he has 6 kids. So he has like all your white. That's what he has, and he's younger than me.
It makes a difference, man. I'm telling you, it really does.
100%.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. It's a fact. And if Charles ends up listening to this, I'm not picking on you. I just think it's kind of funny. Hit me up. We'll chat about it.
There you go.
I'll let you buy me a beer. Anyway. All right, we're gonna keep going here. I got a few more things I want to hit, and then we're gonna zip over to Joe's stream. So this was, I thought, worthy of note. I mean, it seems to be the momentum of the current administration that we have. For those who remember, back in, I want to say, middle end of like Q3, Q4 of 2024, the DOJ decided they were going to start investigating Polymarket. And well, that's done. They basically decided that they're done with that investigation. They're not going to keep doing that, which I would have, again, I would expect with this more crypto friendly administration that we have here. That was just frivolous to me. I think that was completely because of the way that the election was going on Polymarket, if you ask me, because heaven forbid, a predictive market tell you what's going on or something. That's the job of the predictive market. But what do I know?
I agree 100%. 100%.
Yeah, that was because of what the election was showing.
I mean, just out of nowhere. DOJ is like, oh yeah, Polymarket, you're sued, and you're sued, and you're sued.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you get a lawsuit, and you get a lawsuit, and you get a lawsuit. Exactly.
And when that happened, I was like, seriously, Polymarket, y'all don't have anything better to. It's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like you said, though, now that we have a more friendly, crypto-friendly government, all these just dumb things that were being done are no more. So I like it.
Yeah.
Moving in the right direction.
No, it's, I mean, again, and that's why, like when we were talking earlier, like when Trump first came in and he was doing this executive order, that executive order, and like, he wanted a crypto report. As a matter of fact, I believe that's supposed to drop this week, the first report with regard to that executive order. I shared that on X, and Joe and I will probably talk about it on Wednesday, but that's great. But unless it's a law, the next administration could just come in and be like what Trump did. Stroke of a pen, all Biden's orders. See you later. We want to be you. And there's nothing stopping another president from coming in and basically doing the same thing with all the executive orders. And this guy was on a tirade of executive orders for like the first, week that he came into office. I mean, he was signing them, 50 at a time or something. I mean, it was just insane. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Completely off track, off topic. Whatever happened to all the blue-haired people that said that all their rights were going away and it was the worst thing ever? And whatever happened to them? I don't see them on the news or on YouTube too much anymore.
If you ask them, they're probably in Gitmo. They're forever going to be in a dark corner somewhere. Yeah, I'm with you.
Because they were all over the place crying. One thing I hate, I really don't like it, is when people are crying on their, the recording themselves, and they start out with crying, and it's always females. Oh my gosh, man! The tears, and they're doing this, no tears, and they're doing this number. And, it's like, no, okay, I get it. It's emotional. Try to get it out, and then record. But oh my gosh, man!
I'm with you. And Mike is all with you on that one. Plus $1 million on that one. And Mining Stocks is in the house. Appreciate you being here from X, by the way. I just want to point that out, from X. And listen, appreciate you and all your support, by the way. We were just normally I save gold to the end, but we kind of got all confuzzled today, and we talked about gold earlier. We were talking about the price of gold ripping, and I was sharing about my Kinesis account. Gold is looking great. Silver not as good there. I'm just saying. I was kind of surprised.
So that means you can get some more Kinesis.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Gotta buy the dip.
Kinesis.
And all right, so we're gonna clip over to an interview with the Secretary Bessent that he did. It's about 1.5 minutes long. Matter of fact, Joe, you let me know whenever you got to leave. I know you got to do your reset on your computer. If this is the time, you let me know, and we'll just say, hey, yes, Kinesis for the win. Exactly, Mining Stocks. Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave right now. Get everything prepared. I will see everybody. So once this is done, of course, we're gonna go be forwarded to my channel. You can ask me questions about the market. You can ask me questions about trading. On my channel, if you're new, I show you how to make trading not as difficult. I'm not saying easy, but definitely not as difficult as everybody else makes it to be. I simplify trading. And we do this every single day, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday at 4, plus bonus streams, so make sure the notification bell's on. And you can only get there if you come over to YouTube. So if you're on X, come over to YouTube. If not, just look me up. Trade.
There it is. Mining Stocks is already ready. CCM Raid, baby. Yeah,
CCM
exactly.
Raid,
That's what we're going to type in when we get there. And yeah, thank you. Joe's getting the thank yous. Listen, Bingo Bango's in the chat for Joe. Joe, thank you. Appreciate you being here, brother. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right. We'll see you.
And Mining Stocks is consoling me here, basically saying that silver's up big today. Well, that's good. I did check it yesterday, in fairness, just to kind of see where everything was at. So I'm glad. I mean, silver has been moving. That's no doubt about that. So anyway, and yeah, Kinesis, I'll tell you what, Mining Stocks, I'm just putting it out there. I have come to love Kinesis. Now, it was a little bit tough kind of getting in there in the beginning with the whole KYC thing. That was me issue probably more than any them issue, but they did walk me through and gut me through it. And then I'll tell you what, I love that platform right now. Love that platform. Anybody wants to go and check it out, the link is in the description. Go do that. Yeah. Yes. That is true. Username, that is true. Oh man. And yeah, I'll tell you what, I have really come to like it. Sent crypto there. Yeah, bottom line is really do like it. And Dave Digital saying, if your goal is to have money to spend, if the world comes to an end, silver's a good buy. But if your goal is to make money, why not? Why don't you buy $35 in crypto? Well, I do, but like we were talking about a little earlier, it's like you got to diversify because you know, crypto is what it is, and though Bitcoin, I appreciate Bitcoin. You guys know who come on Crypto on the Rocks every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. The DCA portfolio is Bitcoin heavy, and then you guys vote for the difference. But who knows? You never know. I don't think it's going to go down, but it's still volatile in relative comparison to stuff like gold. What do I think of XRP? Well, we were talking about that a little bit earlier. XRP ripping right now, obviously new all-time highs there, Mining Stocks. But anyway, I'm not a fan of XRP in general, but for those who are holding it, I got a buddy of mine, when he was asking me about it, I was like, man, do what you want. I'm not gonna tell you what to invest in. And he was investing sub 50 cents. He's doing a happy dance right now. Shout out to Philip. God bless you, brother. All right, let's keep this going because like 2 minutes we're supposed to be at Joe's stream, but I want to get through these last couple of things. The first one is the latest interview with Secretary Bessent, where he's basically I love this comment right here where he talks about having a UBI for academic economists. That comes toward the end, but it's about a minute and a half long, so I'm going to let him do the talking where he's talking about the Fed and his upcoming speech there.
Joe, I think that what we need to do is examine the entire Federal Reserve institution and whether they have been successful. I'm speaking, actually, I'm going to be in the building this evening. There is a regulatory conference that begins tomorrow. I'm the keynote speaker tonight talking about regulation. The Fed as well deals with monetary policy, regulations, financial stability.
I wonder what he was really going to say there.
I think that we should think, has the organization succeeded in its mission? If this were the FAA and we were having this many mistakes, we would go back and look at why has this happened? I mean, look at as you said at the top of this broadcast, there was fear mongering over tariffs, and thus far we have seen very little, if any, inflation. We've had great inflation numbers.
Yeah, tariffs
So,
haven't
I
completely
think this
taken effect
idea
yet.
of them not being able to
fairness.
break out of a certain mindset, all these PhDs over there, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do. This is like universal basic income for academic economists.
I think that's
Look,
crap. That's not what I wanted to do. I thought that was hilarious. I'm sorry, because that about sums that up. And let's see. Yeah, mining stock, no problem. I mean, I would not. I don't know. I have a bias, I guess, toward XRP, so I don't know. I'd be advising anybody to go and start, aping into XRP. But if you're going to do it, I would be waiting maybe for a little bit more of a pullback than we've seen. When we head over to Joe's stream, maybe that's something you want to ask him. Take a look at XRP. He loves taking a look at the altcoins, and I know he loves XRP. Okay, I lied. But anyway, it's kind of fun. Anyway, all right. So let's get to this last piece. I just want to point out now, over the last few weeks, I've tried to keep on top of, because we've seen an uptick in what's called wrench attacks. And here's another one, Jameson Lop. Again, link to this is not in the description because I found it just as I was about to go live. So I'm going to put it in the live stream right now. So if you want to go and check this out and check out Jameson Lop, he stays on top of these. He's a Bitcoin maxi, but very, very knowledgeable guy. He's the co-founder of Casa. And if I would show, if you're looking for inheritance planning, you may want to just give that a look-see. Anyway, so basically right here, you see these guys getting arrested, excuse me, in India after they kidnapped two young men and extorted them for $9,000 USD worth of crypto. I mean, okay. I mean, could you pick a better or a bigger target? Yeah. Oh, and Trade Intuition chiming back in here. Yeah. Listen, listen, no, he can't do that anymore, Joe. Remember, he sold all his XRP. That's it. He doesn't have any more XRP unless, of course, he's going to go and buy that. I almost mentioned that earlier when we were talking about XRP. I probably should have to get your reaction there. But yeah, Bedell, now he's going to just be talking about how he sold XRP at $3 and I think he said 17 cents or something like that. Anyway, so that's what I got for today. Every Monday, Joe and I are live 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to head over to Joe's stream shortly. And tonight, myself, BC Pork Corp, and Crypto Bedell will be live for Hot on the Line. I don't know if Buck is still here in the stream, in the chat. But if he is, Buck will be joining us, and we're going to get the 411 on Buck's company. It really does sound quite interesting. I'm excited to do that interview tonight. So make sure you're here for that, 7 p.m. Eastern time. On Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern, Joe and I will be live again for midweek check-in. So make sure you're here for that. And finally, tomorrow night, Jara and I are going back and forth. I didn't realize Jara is kind of on vacation. So hopefully we'll be doing the Matrix Money podcast. I'm going to go and finish chatting with him shortly. But make sure you are checking out that if, of course, we are able to get that done tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right, that's it. We're going to wrap this thing up. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for all your support in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for smacking that like button. If you haven't, hit it on the way out. And we're going to head over to Joe's stream. If you're on X, you're going to have to go look him up. Sorry. But that's it. We're out, and we will see you tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Audible.